this is Edge Islands. This is quite an interesting little city builder slash colony sim that has just entered early access. I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump in and see what we have in store. Okay, and we are in. Now, straight at the top of the video, I should point out that this video has been sponsored by the developer LS Games, so thank you very much for that. You can check out a link to the game down in the description below. As I say, it has just entered early access. I actually checked this one out 5 or 6 months ago and really enjoyed it then. The premise is fairly simple. We have 3 individual settlers who are all, you know, good and unique in their own ways, but effectively what we need to do is we need to try and build up a colony, build up a settlement, and hopefully engage in some tactical combat. We have got our sort of settlement rank right at the top of the screen here. This is our prestige. Next level is 5. Cool. We've also got some quests over in the sort of left-hand corner, which is a sort of rough guide as to what we are going to be doing. Now, we have started in quite a convenient location, actually. There's a nice little sort of lake over here, which is grand. We start with a couple of different sort of resources. They are rations, which is fine. We've got a little calendar up in the top right-hand corner. All looking good. Right, the first thing that we need to do is get some storage and sort of a colony center set up. I think we'll try and build the colony center around this area. Ideally, we want to be kind of close to the existing supplies that we've got. But, I mean, other than that, there's no real determining factor as to where we need to put it. I'm next going to set up a storage facility, or a storage zone, which is going to allow all of my resources to be hauled into place, which is grand, and I am also going to set up just a little bit of wood chopping. There we go. We'll get all of that stuff chopped. We'll get... I don't want to quite chop all of the hay bales down, but I will set all of that to be chopped and hopefully all moved into the stockpile. Now, this game does a couple of things in a rather interesting fashion. I've already talked about the sort of tactical mechanics, which we're going to get to in due course, but animals are a fairly sort of active part of the world here, and animals will just come in and eat our stuff. So we need to be super sort of prudent and careful, and we need to try and build a sort of protective fence around this storage pile. But either way, let's get this all sort of chopped down, and then let's get it moved over to the stockpile, and then we can look at next steps. Okay, we've got everything into the stockpile. We've actually got loads and loads of wood at our disposal. It is evening time, so things are starting to sort of calm down, but that's fine. We can at least go ahead and start the process of building up, well, what will be the first of many constructions that will sort of form the heart of our operation and our enterprise. I'm actually going to move the colony center just over to there, just so that we got a little bit more space, and I'll build the fence and everything like so that we have got a gate and then a fence around here. Lovely. So just as everybody is going to try and get a little bit of sleep, we're instead going to get everybody to build a fence. But that's fine. It's good. Food or plants have been eaten by wild animals. I think that was over there. I don't think it was in my area, but that just sort of reinforces the precise need. There, see, there you go. There you go. As if to provide a perfect example, a deer has decided to come in and eat all of my food. Well, not all of it, but a little bit of it. That's a little bit annoying, but tomorrow we'll have got this fence operation fixed, and yeah, we're not going to see our apples just completely atrophy, which is a little bit embarrassing, but there we go. That's all right. Right, okay, get the fence up and running. Brilliant. We've got a little gate over here as well, which is looking good. And I'm also going to queue up a little bit of additional mining. We'll get that cut. We'll get that mined, just so that we have some more resources at our disposal. And that tree should be chopped down, and in its place, a fence should be erected. Lovely, lovely stuff. Alrighty, whilst the chopping is taking place, I'm going to zone out some beds. And we can build buildings. In fact, we can build a lot of buildings. We can build lots of structures, compound structures with lots of sort of different walls and stuff. I'm not overly interested in that right now. All I'm really interested in doing is getting 3 beds established. That's actually why I made a specific point of trying to get the hay, because we need hay in order to make beds. Very nice and easy to sort of just double click on all of the hay, and then that will display at a glance what we have got. Right, have I queued this all up? Yeah, I think we've queued this all up. I'll queue this stuff up for deconstruction and for mining as well. Get you queued up. Get you queued up. That's fine. So we'll sort of clear this area out, and we'll maybe look to make a bit of a bigger structure over here somewhere. What's next on our list of things to do? Open the schedule menu. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it works just like a regular schedule menu. We've got working hours, recreation hours, training hours. This is going to be quite interesting. I'm going to circle back on this in just a second, but training hours quite important. We need to zone a water collection area. That is very easy to do. Remember at the start when I said, oh, it's really nice that we've sort of spawned here? I'll tell you why. It's because this is an inland lake. Now, the water sources may look the same, but they're not. This is the sea. This is a lake. So when we are starting the process of growing crops, which I think is exactly what we're going to be doing next. You don't need to read that, I'll read it. But we can haul water from this source over here. Okay, it's a new dawn and it's a new day, and I have started a lovely little garden. I've put 2 gates in a sort of fenced off area, because of course animals do like to chow down on plants as well as already existing food, so you know, just a precautionary measure, but hopefully this is going to be a nice little garden for us. These are growing mounds over here. I believe we can only grow tomatoes at the present moment. If I go into zone here, yeah, area to sow tomato seeds, or tomato. I believe that's the only thing that we have access to at the moment, which is fine. Takes a little bit of a little bit of time to get the soil tilled in an appropriate fashion. We also need to make sure that it is well watered, and that is why I set up the water sort of collection area from over here, which is basically right next door to the garden that we are cultivating, which is just grand. And there we go. We're going to start to see a whole bunch of watering actions take place, which is good. Still need to fix the walls over here. Still need to fix the walls over there, and we still need to haul all of these little things with little hands over the top of them. But that's fine. It's gonna get done in due course. I think there's also some food over here. I think there was some food, but I think it might have been eaten by some wild beasts of the evening. But that's fine. That doesn't particularly matter. Okay, so garden is looking good. However, there is an enemy in our midst. This is a wolf, and you can see that the wolf has sort of an area of effect around it. What I am going to do is I'm going to select all of my units by clicking that button up in the top left-hand corner, and I'm going to tell them to rally to a specific location, and what we're going to do is we are going to move within range of this wolf. And in fact, we are going to, on purpose, try and engage this wolf in combat. And this is what I think really sort of sets this game apart from other city builders, colony sim style game, is that you have this tactical level to it as well, which I think is kind of nice because it kind of breaks up the city building in quite a satisfying way. We have a whole sort of system over here. I need to make sure that I can accurately identify who is going to go in what order. I have an archer, I have a shield bearer, and I have a hammer man. I am a little bit worried that, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get out of dodge, but yeah, we're gonna hope that the other wolves decide to act first, and therefore I only take a limited amount of damage, but frankly, damage is to be expected. Look, we're in combat. This is how it works. Either way, let's skip through to the point where we are actually able to engage and see what we're able to do. Now, my units have got 2 action points. I can either move, which costs 1, or I can attack, which I think also costs 1. This does... It does it in like a little... It does it in a somewhat satisfying fashion. The unfortunate reality is that I think that will... No, actually, no. Slash just costs 1 action point. There we go. So move in here, and then do a slash over there like so. Brilliant. And then we've got an arrow, which will take up a ranged shot. Our archer over here will take up all of my action points. I think we probably want to be I think we probably want to be just firing on you over here. Yeah, because you're just going to immediately die. I mean, whoever we choose to destroy, we will destroy them. It's you. You're to go next. I still have my attack, and then you're to go. I think you're going to get within range of us. So you know what? I'm going to take the opportunity to take out the back line. Boom. Easy peasy. Looking great. Hammer blow. We should be able to at least take somebody out here. That will work, but it will also hurt my individual, and I really would rather not do that. However, is there a world in which I do like a... I think there's a world that I do a diagonal hammer blow. Okay, so if I move to this position over here, and then I do a hammer blow in that direction... Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Unfortunately, just not out of range. But frankly, we should be able to take out the remaining wolf with relative ease. In fact, it's just going to be 2 slashes because we don't even need to move into position. There we go. Okay, so after that combat, 2 of my units are leveling up to level 2, which is good. Health is restored when gaining a level. Very, very handy to note, because we did sustain ever so slight amounts of damage there. Cool. Right, anyway, we have undertaken combat. I'm going to disable manual control, and actually, we got a really rare resource there. I say a really rare resource. It's a rare resource that you can only pick up from fighting enemies, so it is important to do. I believe it was leather or pelts or something. Yeah, leather, so that's good, and that is in fact one of our objectives. Okay, our next objective, because we finished off good start, beautiful, is to build training equipment for your units in order to make them learn new skills. Good. We also need to clear the crypt curse, which is fine. Right, training facilities are built through this little interface down here. Swordmaster training spot, we need twine in order to do that. A hunter training spot, we need leather in order to build. And a Templar training spot is twine as well. So we can only build the hunter training spot, which I believe is the archery range. Let's build that out here. Sure, we'll sort of have a rough barracks over in this area. I didn't really think that I was going to need to take down any trees, but that's fine. The good news is that I think my units have mostly caught up with all of the infrastructure that they needed to build, which is good. All right, people just seem to be chilling around doing nothing. Honestly, I can't be having that. We need to be constantly going. We need to be constantly doing stuff. So let's build some furniture. A bonfire? Yeah, you know what? I'll build a bonfire sort of like right next to the colony center. That sounds pretty good. Allowing to move and work at full speed even during the nighttime? Sure, I'll build 2, 3 torches. I don't know how bright they're going to be, but we'll see. I can't even build them. Don't even know why I bothered, because we don't even have the iron. That's fine. A sitting bench... No, they're not going to have time to sit, quite frankly. A stone cutter, we need some stone, and we need twine. Right, well, I don't have twine, but we do have stone. So let's at least zone it out so that we can start the process of getting that in play. And then we can go on a little hunt and see if we can try and find some twine. We need to update the schedule of your units to let them train, then unlock a skill point and choose between the 2 proposed skills. Cool. Let's go into the schedule menu over here, and then let's say, hey, we will have 2 hours of training towards the evening, which we should be able to hit relatively easily. You know what? Keep destroy that sort of big bunch of trees over there. That's fine. Right. And then, yeah, we'll see what the training looks like over the course of the evening. I'm not super worried about it. I think it's just going to work. Although we only have 1 single hunter. Allows to unlock level 1 combat abilities. Yep, absolutely that is what I'm interested in. What time did I say the training started at? It was about 7 o'clock. So we still have a little bit to wait. But right about now, beautiful. We should start to see our hunter make their way over to the training facility. And they should start to hopefully work towards getting an additional skill, which should be available to them over the course of time, which is very, very fun indeed. Okay, I need to be looking out for another enemy to fight because I need some twine, but I think we're actually going to wait until the morning to do that. So yeah, let's pick this up in the AM. All right, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's time to apparently, water the crops. I'm quite alright with that. I don't know. How are we doing in terms of growing progress? Growing progress, we're at 17%. We got 29 rations, which is fine. We've got 9 apples. There's not actually many apple trees around us. I had to go a little bit further afield in order to find some apples, but that is alright. Right, you're currently doing nothing, amigo. Let me take manual control of you. And instead, let's see if we can try and get you to explore the island a little bit. I'll maybe go into 1x speed just so that I can kind of go through the fog in a little bit more of a methodical fashion to see what the island has to offer. Okay, so did a little bit of exploring. There are a few enemies. There's one over there, for example, and that is a spider, which I'm very interested in engaging in combat with, because we're gonna need whatever the spider has to drop in order to build the stone cutter, I believe. So yeah, I think we'll select everybody and we'll head on over here to the spider and see if the spider offers us a challenge. This is a level 2 spider. That's maybe a little bit worrying, but you know what? We'll give it a shot nonetheless, and we'll see if we can try and make it happen. Right. The fact that there are multiple spiders makes me apprehensive. Very apprehensive. Now, I'm going to drag and drop so that we can ideally be at a extended range from these enemies. Let's face you in that direction. There we go. Face you in that direction and put you over here. Am I happy with that? I'm pretty happy with that. So hopefully we don't take too much damage. Otherwise, we are going to be in trouble. Not overly enthusiastic about this, but we now have our turn to act, which is what matters. I want to take you out on the back line if it's all possible. Yeah. Absolutely go for it. Brilliant. It's good stuff. Now we're going to see some more spiders move. Not worried about that at all. Right. If I decide to slash you, then I will take some damage. That is... it's frankly bad planning on my part. Let's move you here. Sure. And then let's slash like so. Hammer is going to work, but it's only going to work from this position. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to hope that you attack the right target, which is that one. Brilliant. We're going to hope that you attack the right target. And then there's 2 spiders to take out on the back line who hopefully won't be able to engage us at all. We're just going to have to take out one of these spiders. Fine. Excellent. He'll move a little bit closer. And ideally... will you move within range? You won't. I actually want to move you back. You move you back over there. Sure. Do I want to set you to face that direction. And I want you to move over here. Yeah. And I want you to be facing in that direction. Brilliant. So you're not going to be able to come within range. You might be able to come within range. But if you do, I will be able to take a lot of damage out of 1. We'll see you move. You might attack this person. That's fine. I'm okay with that because we will be able to engage twice. Beautiful. Nice. And then, I mean, can I deal... It deals 2 damage. How much damage do you actually have? You have the right amount of HP, so we could destroy you. The real risk is that I will end up losing my units. Oh, you know what? Let's chance it. Let's chance it. Boom. Yeah, the real risk is that you're going to attack my unit, and that is going to lead to your death, which is very annoying. But frankly, it's all right. It's just all part of... It's all part of learning. Right. Head out of the combat. Thank you very much. Okay. Right. We will disable manual control, which is good. We have got that twine over there. I think it's 11 twine. It's pretty good. Disable manual control. You're in manual control. You're in manual control. You are alive, but I don't believe you get any experience from it. And you are, like, maxed out. Like, you cannot take any further damage, which kind of sucks. But there we go. That was a good experience. That was a very good experience. Update the schedule of your units to let them train. Unlock a skill point. Yeah, haven't done that yet. Still working towards it. Clear the crypt curse. Yeah, that's not happened. Okie doke. We have nabbed ourselves a stonecutter. Very important bit of kit. Let's see if we can try and, until stored, 5 bits of cut stone. It seems like a good thing to do. We will start the process of building up. Very nice. And we'll also build... Is it the Templar training spot? And the Swordmaster. Yeah, we need to build both of these. So let's get both of them built over in this sort of general vicinity, I think. Okay, here's what I've got going on. I have my 2 existing training facilities basically occupied full-time, and in fact, we've just unlocked that skill. Look at this. I've basically got Saber and Lang just doing 100% training in order to crunch the numbers and get the skills unlocked. So, we have reached level 1, I guess, in terms of skills, which is kind of cool. Overwatch attacks any target from the opposing team moving in the area. Sure, I'll take that. That seems like a pretty darn good thing to do. I didn't even check it. Quick shot. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Either way, I'm also starting the process of building up the general infrastructure in my colony. And look at that. Now you can see that I'm actually gaining prestige, which is quite nice. So we're making progress towards our next prestige level. Did we unlock anything from achieving that prestige level? We did. We got a basic wooden chair. We've got some lights. We've got some better beds. We got a wooden bench, a raw stone. Okay, we got a small trap, which will allow us to catch rabbits if we were able to get some twine. And we've got a forge, which would allow us to get some iron ore, which is quite exciting. What do we need for a bed? We need leather, which means that we need to go to town on some enemies again, which is maybe not necessarily something that I feel overly confident I can do right now. However, with my new skills, I will probably be able to do something like that. Yeah, this is a very unnatural looking house. I kind of put the table down, then I was like, oh, I want to build a house around this. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do. And, you know, it'll probably work. I've also zoned a road over here. We got a stone road, but we don't have any stones for the stone road. I'll maybe see if we can try and set the stone road to be the rocks to be mined there. That's good. What do we need for a quest? Other resources are only available in dungeons. It's surrounded by mist. When you feel ready, at least level 3 and with new combat skills. Oh, okay. Well, we're not quite there yet. Although I've just unlocked a new combat skill. Attacks back when receiving close range damage or Overwatch. I like the idea of Overwatch. It feels like a sort of safe play, but it feels pretty darn good nonetheless. Okay, let's get all of this sort of house built. I'm not going to focus too much on skills, and in fact, I don't think we can because these are level 1 combat abilities, and we need access to level 2 combat abilities. So, yeah, we would need the Sword Master Advanced material in order to get access to that. So yeah, pretty much no point in having the schedule look like this anymore. In fact, we can pretty much just change it all back. Sorry, the fun stuff is over. It's time to get back to work. Hey, look at that. It turns out that if we just create a boxed room like this, it will turn into a house. How good is that? That looks great. I'm really chuffed with how that has turned out, to be honest. I think that looks the business. That's really nice. That is really rather nice. I almost regret getting the sort of basic table and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of more advanced stuff here. A recruiting board, very interested in that. A sawmill, also interested in that. I'm going to zone a sawmill, but unfortunately, I know for a fact that we're going to have to go and get some more resources. So why don't we have a little investigation around here, see if we can try and grab everyone and do a little bit of a manual exploration. Right, so looks like there are sort of mountains over here. This looks kind of suspicious. I do not like the look of that. That looks absolutely gargantuan, but it looks like we can also get some pretty sick resources from it. Okay. Not keen on facing you. What about a nice spider? What about a nice spider? That's a wolf. Oh, that looks like something over there, though. What's this? Anything of interest here? I mean, surely if there's going to be a dungeon anywhere, right? It's going to be here. Should we go for this spider? Sure. You know what? Let's heckin' go. It's a poisonous spider, and we have an opportunity to get twine. I will try. Oh, this is going to be a disaster, isn't it? This is going to be an absolute disaster. Who goes first? This spider goes last. So you know what? We can retreat absolutely everyone over to here. Sure. All right, come at me then. Come at me. I don't think we're going to get attacked by any of these spiders. But... ugh. Well, I don't like that at all. Overwatch is 2 to 4 damage. Backstab bonus plus 5 range. So it's slightly greater to just attack normally. There is absolutely no way in heck that this ends up working out. I am skeptical. Very, very, very skeptical. Overwatch, you know what? Sure, let's have a little look. Let's have a little look at the new Overwatch ability. See if it's any good. I mean, I say see if it's any good. I know it's going to be alright. Okay, that was a miss. You know how I said I thought it was going to be alright? I lied. Okay, let's put you on Overwatch as well, because I want to see it in action. Okay, it doesn't feel super strong. But that's probably just because my team is woefully outclassed by a tremendously large number of spiders. Why couldn't this have been nice spiders, not the poisonous variety? Can I even take... I can't even take a single spider down. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. No. I'm afraid we're just not able to take out the spiders. Very big shame there. But you know what? What can you do? It's a learning experience. It's a lesson. We do, I believe, go back to the base. There we go. People are here. They just have, like, absolutely no HP and no mood. Which is a bit of a problem, because we do kind of need to fight more spiders in order to get some more twine. But you know what? Hey-ho, ladies and gents. We're actually going to wrap things up right about now. Yeah, I feel like we really barely scratched the surface of this game. I really like the sort of crossover between the tactical sort of interface element and the sort of city building element. I think it makes for a really sort of unique and interesting game. Kind of like, you know, For the King crossed with a sort of city builder as well. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really do. I really do enjoy it. Anyway, thank you ever so much to the developer LS Games for sponsoring this video. You can check out the game linked down in the description below. But for now, and from me, I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.